Hello, my name is Dr. Alexander Millman, and today we're going to talk about ways to reduce cavities from showing up in our mouth. For that, let's take a look at where do cavities normally show up. Most common areas for cavities to show up is between teeth, so something like this. At first you wouldn't feel it because it's far from the nerve. Once bacteria reaches the nerve, that's when it becomes painful. We don't want to get to that stage. So how do we reduce bacteria from accumulating in between two teeth? We take a piece of string called a floss and we go in between after we brush. So we brush first, it removes plaque from the outer surface of the tooth, and then we take a string and we go in between to reduce the chances of this sort of a cavity starting. The second most common location for the cavities to occur is on top of the tooth. Let's take a look at the structure of the tooth. The tooth naturally has these fissures, which is okay. With time, bacteria starts to accumulate in those fissures. We wouldn't do anything about this. It's too early, but once it gets to this stage, we need to drill it out. If we don't, it keeps spreading and becomes a bigger cavity. So how do we prevent these cavities from happening? There is something called a sealant. Now, this is how the sealant is placed. First, we put something called acid etch to get the surface ready to receive the sealant. We then wash it off and apply the actual sealant that covers these grooves, thus reducing the chance of bacteria showing up on the surface of the tooth. So when is the most ideal time to do a sealant? It's usually as soon as the tooth shows up in our mouth, so for kids most likely. The reason for that is if we wait long enough and bacteria starts to accumulate in those grooves, we don't want to cover them, we want to keep an eye on it. But for kids, sealants are definitely very beneficial in preventing cavities. So I hope those were helpful hints, and if you have any other further questions, please feel free to call our office and I will answer them for you, or you can email me.